Hi, have a seat. Come in. You are the worker we called in, right? Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, please come in. Have a seat. Have a seat. Get ready because this is going to be a lot, okay? So, we're having a bit of a union problem here at our tech company, and it's been a bit of an issue because they seem to have learned about this idea called collective bargaining. I don't know where they got that from. It seems absolutely insane. So I want you to do is I need you to go in and get us, the higher ups, some information. Okay, and just a little bit of information, something to make sure that we are able to take advantage of them, right? We want to make sure that they feel like they are getting away with more pay when actually we're not giving them more pay, right? We want to try and figure this out, right? Because this is, this is really bad, right? This is really, really bad. We don't want this. So here's the deal. You're going to go to a few union meetings, right? You're going to blend in. You're going to be a part of their organization, yeah? And I want you to slowly whittle down the idea of a union because really, we have this reputation as a company of being union busting, but I really don't like that term because really I would prefer to say that we treat every person as an individual because every person is an individual. And because we're family and everybody who works in this company is like family, you do things for your family that, it's free of charge. You do things that you don't necessarily don't ask for compensation for, So I do think that getting away with paying incredibly low, giving no benefits, and trying to weasel out of any form of sort of living wage, I think is perfectly reasonable for a company these days. So. I don't understand why they got this idea of building a union. So yeah, you need to put a stop to it, right? But you also need to get us information. So with that, I do think that what's going to end up happening is I already signed you up for those meetings. But one of the issues that we're going to encounter is that looking at you, right, and looking at your face, right, and looking at your sort of prim and proper face, your clean nose, your lips are perfectly moist. They're not chapped or anything. You don't really read like a worker, right? We need you to be a bit more rough and tumble. Yes, yeah, we are a tech company and the worker isn't necessarily someone who is like working in mines or something, but I just envisioned that like if you were to look like someone who worked in mines, then you would blend in perfectly, right? Yes, absolutely. So I do think we're going to have to do something about, right? So we're going to have to work on your face a little bit, and that's what I'm here to do today. But when it comes to your clothing, I have some options, some suggestions. But Linda in HR is going to help you with that. So, but I did talk to Linda about it. I did tell her like, hey, for the scab that's going to go in, because that's what you are. Obviously, you're a scab. But if when you go in, make sure that he is wearing overalls at the very least, because there's nothing more rough and tumble than overalls, right? And plus, they're really popular these days. I don't really understand. So. With that, let's make sure you look a little bit more rough and tumble, right? Are you ready? Okay. So, let's go ahead and start. I think, first of all, workers tend to be burned a lot, right? Like they tend to be scarred, burned, mostly from they're tough but fair working conditions, right? Like sure, they're getting burned, they're getting cut, they're getting scarred, they're getting irreparably damaged and mutilated, but it's all for the benefit of the company, and I think that is honestly what counts, and it means that they're heroes, right? So we need to make sure that you have suitable burns and scars. So if you don't mind, I'm going to put your hair back because I need to get access to your hairline because I am going to scar some of your hairline to make sure that some hair can't grow anymore, okay? So I'm going to go ahead here and clip your hair back. So just, okay, and then just put that in. And, okay, perfect. Then the other side, because it's a really good thing that you grew out your hair a little bit. I think if you had your hair short the way that you had it before, it would have possibly read as a bit too, because listen, workers tend to cut their hair at home to save some money, and growing out your hair like this does make it seem like you don't cut your hair at a professional place, and that is perfect. So let's just go ahead and okay, wonderful. Okay, so with that, I'm going to now scar a bit of your hairline, just to add some like nice slashes in there. Now, you would think I would use like a knife or something, but I don't want to do that because that is a little bit too bloody. It's a bit too messy for me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to soak one of these in some like a very toxic chemical, and then I'm just going to rub it across. Okay, and it's just going to immediately dissolve the skin and go directly to bone. Okay, and that is going to be it's going to be a sacrifice you're going to have to make, but you did sign up for it, and we are, of course, paying you above our usual rate, right? We are paying you $7.50 plus tips, so that is crazy, right? I mean, for someone like you, I do think that $7.50 plus tips is honestly a lot. It's not likely you'll get any tips, I will be honest, but you never know. So let's go ahead and get to this toxic. Okay. Yeah, let me just do this so that you get, some of the waftiness, so that, it gets in your nose and whatnot. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead here and there we go. Yeah. I can already see it's dissolving the hair. And yeah, and I've seen union workers, they're always a little ugly, I mean, yeah, I personally think that they're all ugly just because of their status. If you're a union worker, that automatically puts you below like any person that could exist. So yeah. Do I feel like they have a point of some kind? No, I don't really. See, I don't understand it because we've been completely fair. When they asked for, when they asked for fairer pay, we said we'd think about it. And then they lost patience with us, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you lose patience? Sure, it took us over a decade to come to an answer, but it doesn't mean that we weren't thinking about it very, very, you don't understand the amount of meetings that we have here as a higher up. Let me tell you, like, the amount of meetings that we have where we discuss this, like, it's in it's in the double digits, okay? And not the high double digits, but it is in the double digits where we've discussed it. Yeah, I mean, over a decade. Can you imagine? And you know how embarrassing that is to talk to the president and be like, hey, the president of the company, of course, and tell them like, hey, how do we stop this? They're asking for better pay, right? So it's really hard. It's really, really hard for us. And, we have had to make many, many, many sacrifices. Many sacrifices. Yeah. I mean, just last year alone, I had to give up my $3 million bonus, and I only took $2.5 million. Like, that's not, and all that just to make sure that you guys got paid your regular rate of less than $7.50 plus tips. So, and I mean, yes, that was a bonus, but think about how hard I work. I work very, very hard. So, and just think about everybody who's above me. Like, they work even harder, right? And yeah, you understand. You obviously understand. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Thankfully, the chemical has like sort of scabbed everything so that it's nice and dry. It's not really bleeding. It's not active. So that's really good. That's really good. Okay, let me put this back. Okay, now what? The next thing that I want to do is, right, so those are like the scars with the hairline. I want to burn you a little bit, right? But I don't want to use any flames because, or are you okay with flames? Because actively burning you with a flame it could be considered torture, and I don't really want to, I don't think I got the clearance for that, but I mean, that's okay. I think that if I use just a little bit of fire, is that okay? Okay, yeah. Here, I got, it's nothing it's nothing. Just, here, look. See? It's just a little bit of fire. It's nothing. Okay, so I'm just going to touch a few spots on you just to get a little bit of burns on you, okay? And we're going to make sure that it's at least 3rd-degree burns. At least, right? Because if we don't do 3rd-degree burns, that it's not going to last, and it's not going to read as real, okay? So, there you go. Just, okay, and then here. And just over here a little bit. Okay, and right here. Okay, and here. Ooh, eyelash. So, we've got your burns on you. We have got some scars. Now, what I want to do is I really want some like really rough pores on you, because we want to make sure that you look like you have no time for any sort of skincare or any sort of, taking care of yourself. Right? And we also want to make sure that your skin looks really dry and really rough. I personally think that the sort of skincare industry has done a very good job of capturing the pores and making them, buy things that don't actually work. But I want to make sure that, like, for the people that do actually buy stuff that does work, that you are not one of them. So I'm going to get this. This is just a regular brush, right? But it's meant for under your nails. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrub it right on the tip of your nose so hard it's going to get red. It's going to get a little bloody, just a little bit, bloody. But that's okay, right? It's for the union. It's so that you can be a scab, okay? So just make sure you're ready for that. So just go ahead, and I'm just going to do it here, and then just, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, so I just want to scrub it so much that it gets really, really like red and raw, So just making sure that that is there. Yeah, this union problem, it's been going on for quite some time. And, I'm really glad that you stepped up, right? I mean, yes, I do know that the president did threaten your family, but from what I understand, he didn't threaten them with a bad time. So what if only a few of your family members would be in like peril, right? And to be honest, like, who doesn't hate their partner a little bit, right? So surely you, of all people, would be okay, right? You did this. This is, I want to say that this is, you're doing this of your own free will, right? Yeah. Okay. Just getting this in here. Very good. Why don't we just pay them more? See, that is a question that I think is born out of ignorance, right? All the money that we make is reinvested back into the company, right? And because of that, we can't spare some of that money for things that already work and things that we can get away with, right? So, like, as an example, I have a bonus of about $3 million, 2.5 last year. But my annual salary is much lower than that, right? It's only like 1.5 million, I believe. Last I checked, at the very least, but I was due for a promotion, so And because of that, I am an investment, right? And I work to ensure the growth of this company, right? And of course, you have the shareholders, and all the shareholders want is more profit. And if we want more profit, then we can't pay people more. That doesn't make any sense, So yeah. I'm sorry. It's just, we're really tight on money these days. Yeah, plus with the AI boom and everything, we just had to lay off 300,000 people. So it's been a very, very difficult time for all of us. Yeah. Okay. All right. How is that? Is that really red and raw? Is that hurting you? Okay. Well, if it is, good. If it's not, I can go more. No, okay. Okay, so one of the last things that I want to do, this is possibly not the last thing, but I want to make sure that you look dirty, right? We want to make sure that you think that you look clean, but you're not clean, right? So we want to put a little bit of oil on the hairline. We want to make sure that we put, just so that it looks a little greasy, not like good oil, but bad oil. And then I also want to put just a little bit of dirt, right? Like a little bit of mud even. It's a little confusing, right? Why are people getting so dirty? But I think it's just because, the way I envision, people, our workers sort of spending a lot of their time is that they go back home and they just, they just roll around on the ground, and they're barely human to me, to be honest. So I do think that, us giving them jobs and us making sure that they get barely enough to squeak on by is honestly doing them a favor. So I'm just going to go ahead here and put a little bit of mud, if you will. So let me just, here. Okay, just getting a bit of mud here on this sponge because, if I'm being honest, I don't want to touch the mud directly. So just stay still for me. I'm going to do it in a very, very skillful and calm and serene, okay? Okay. Very good, very good, very good. I think that's going very well. Yeah, you're looking very dirty. It's very good, okay. Okay, and then I want to make sure you get some of that oil, so in the hairline, just so that you look very greasy, right? So just make sure that you get some of that oil here, and there's all the way across. Yep, like that. Just like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay. Just a bit more, just a bit more. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, okay, okay. All right. All right, and then I'm just going to use a little plastic to rub it around here. There we go. There we go, there we go. Yeah, I'm using the plastic because I don't want it to get on my finger, because it is, like I said, it is bad oil. Yeah, so what is bad oil? Yeah, bad oil is oil that's bad, it's just the oil that you don't want to get on you. Good oil is filled with nutrients, of course, So, okay. Okay. Very good. You're looking absolutely workerly. Okay, so how are you feeling? Not very good? brilliant, because I believe that's how most of our workers feel. So I'm just going to need you to sign right here. Just give me 1 second to bring up the contract, because we need you to get that information, okay? And remember, if you don't sign this, I think the president did want me to mention that if you don't sign this, you know what's going to happen to your family. So it's not really something that you have a choice in, but it is, of course, your choice, right? I mean, it's your choice to work here or starve, and it's your choice to work here or watch your family perish. So with that, let's go ahead, just right here, right there. I need you to sign. Okay? Yeah. Okay. I think that's very good. Very good. Okay. Well, with that, I think that we are good to go. Make sure to go to Linda. Linda is going to help you out in HR. She's going to get you a nice, a good outfit. The first union appointment is going to be tonight, so make sure you get there. But we will be watching you. We just can't interact, okay? We need you to take notes, video evidence, all of that kind of stuff, okay? So, and if you don't have enough information, again, your family. So,